Hi Paul. So your Kenobi is all sorted apart from the swing sounds, obviously. So obviously you haven't sent a battery with it, so I've just put one in just for setting it all up. But what you'll have to do when you get it is pop the chassis out like that, pop the battery in positive at the front end, and then you need to flick the kill switch across. It'll focus. No, wrong way.
The saber. Take it.
Okay, so that's booted up, and then when it goes back in the cage, I don't know if it was wired this way around before, but it needs to go battery side up like that. It is possible to fit it the wrong way around, which is a bit not a very good design, but it's just the way they come. So yeah, sort of you'll feel it with it lines up and slots in, and then you just push the connections home, and that's ready to go. So what I've done is you've got your normal sort of button setups. Short click to light it. All lit. You've got your blaster blocks. And the rest of it, lock-ups, which is press and hold. You'll get a sheet with all the instructions, and then press and hold to shut it off. But I've also, what you'll get, I've loaded it all up with, again I'll include this with it, those first, it's not overexposed, those first, they're all the ones that were on there in the same order before, original 18 stars, and then these are all the ones that I've added. But you'll see scattered throughout them is battery charging mode. So in order to charge it, so that you won't have to keep opening it up, what you can do is simply you pop this plug in there, making sure it goes all the way in, connect the USB to USB power. Oh, hang on. So it's not in charging mode at the moment. That's why it was lighting a funny colour. So in order to get to a charging mode, you can either scroll forward until you find one, or if you press the main and click the aux,
Battery charging mode.
it will skip automatically back to the first battery charging mode. Now, if you pop that in, it turns red, so that shows it's charging because the battery in here isn't full. And then it'll turn blue when it's fully charged. And then once you come out, you can just skip forward.
That lightsaber was Luke's.
So now you're on the first one, on that Graflex one. But because you've got so many fonts and because you've got the battery sort of skipped around, I've put in another feature so you can skip forward and back either one font, 5 fonts, or 10 fonts. So with it pointing up, if you double click it, it goes forward 5 fonts.
Something inside me has always been there.
So we've gone forward to Ray.
But now it's awake.
Click it 3 times quickly, it goes forward 10 fonts.
Kyber Graflex.
So we're now at, there we go, Kyber Graflex. Now one small problem with it is because the gyro doesn't work, as well as the swing's not working, swing sound's not working, you can only go forward multiple fonts at a time. So if you basically double click,
Smooth grey.
it goes forward 5 fonts, triple click,
Battery level indicator.
but he should be able to point down and it'll go backwards 5 or backwards 10 depending on how many clicks. But unfortunately, because the gyro doesn't work, it'll only go forwards. You can go back 1 click, which is hold the aux and click the main.
Diagnostic. Display mode.
So we can see if we look on the bottom here, diagnostic display mode. This one would be rainbow blade.
Rainbow blade.
Yeah, so we're going backwards there, and a single click goes forwards.
Display mode.
So yeah, on single like that you can go forwards and backwards, but with the multiples you can only go forwards, as I say, because of the bad gyro. But if we pop a blade in, it all works. Hang on, let's get to a
Smooth Jedi.
get to a sort of normal font. So yeah, it's pretty bright. I think the camera's a bit overexposed, but you get the idea. So yeah, so it's all good to go.